G'day, Josh here, and we are jumping into today's Treasure Arena tournament. I apologise for the delayed start. We had an absolute headache getting this one up and running. Way too many people continuing to check in and not show up. So I'm not entirely sure why that continues to be the case. In this particular lobby, I'm actually going to be playing just to fill an empty spot. I will not be eligible to progress through. So if I do actually finish in the top two, it won't count, and it'll just be the two people that finish behind me. We do, of course, have 4 lobbies, and the top 2 from each lobby will advance. Let me turn up my brightness a little bit. There we go. I'm playing with a slightly darker board than usual. So it is the Treasure Arena game mode. We've got 7 in this lobby. Unfortunately, we don't have a full 8. I believe that the other 3 lobbies do have their full 8. Technically, with me not being eligible to move on from this round, does mean that there are only 6 actual relevant members playing, or players playing in this match. So very good odds. You got a 1 in 3 chance of moving on, essentially. Do we get ourselves any early upgrades with the Treasure Arena format? We don't. We don't get any duplicate items. We'll grab that Witch Doctor there as well. Seeing those 2 early Nightingales mean that I do have a very specific build in mind if I can get the relevant pieces. Grab the pair of Bionic Ninjas there, and I'm also going to sell that Druid back so I can pick up that Calamity in a second. Chris and Crimson, I see you in chat. How is everyone doing today? Ended up being about, what, 8 minutes start getting this one kicked off, which is a little bit unfortunate. But it is what it is. Sometimes that happens when you're trying to manage. How many registrants did we get? We had, let's have a look here, 78 people register. Obviously, not all of those did check in, and then from those that did check in, not all of them turned up. So we're still optimizing the process of filling those empty spots. There's still some learning on our end that we need to do to maximize that. Go ahead and grab that Calamity before I forget. Still no item upgrades. Oh my goodness. That's unfortunate. Okay. I want those back again. Might grab the Steel Fist just so I've got 2 warriors early, 2 cyborgs early. Go ahead and throw Calamity out there as well. We'll set up like that, that's fine. I'll see if we can get ourselves an early win. Squad Masters Brazil starts in 1 hour. There we go. Didn't even know that was a thing. Good luck to everyone that is participating. League of Legends All-Stars. It seems like it's a popular day for events today. This, of course, is our regular tournament time. It's the same time every week. It's a weekly event. And we do get ourselves, looks like, that early win. We, of course, have a mirror image in the game already because we did start with only 7. Might as well go ahead and grab one of those Bangars. Ooh! Well, that was lucky. That was very lucky.
2 Punishers. Oh, demon.
Because that gives us a very nice piece for our endgame build. Let's go that, and that. That gives us the ability to run Punishers, which is my goal when I see an early Nightingale. I do love Punishers in the current meta, so we will hopefully now start finding a couple of demons and we'll get 4 Punishers up and running. Punisher Elves Assassins is essentially the goal build here, or some sort of variant of that. Crimson didn't get in. It's not about the registering early. I'm not sure why well, I'll have to chase it up with the people that manage the tool. It's not about registering early. It is about being randomly chosen. It doesn't matter whether you register as soon as the registration's open or 1 minute before they close. It's completely random. I would love that dagger. It's not going to stay around. I doubt that it stays there. And I'm going to get last pick as well. So I've got to think about what I want here. I might end up taking a HP gem, I think. One of those will surely still be there. Go ahead and grab that one. If I have time to get to it. Why is it not letting me? Ugh. Well, I'm going to randomly end up with a staff or a cloak. What did I get? A cloak. I wasn't paying enough attention and they all ended up getting taken. So at least that lets me upgrade here. I think I want gag. I do. I want that gag. You're the second person to register, Crimson. That is a little bit unlucky. Do I might actually spend a little bit aggressively here because we are on a win streak. Let's try and maintain that win streak to the best of my ability. Not going to 3-star that ninja. And at this point, I can actually get rid of that too because he won't be the next piece to go back in. I think if I do add another piece at this stage, it'll be that Hog Rider or maybe just another Devourer. Uh-oh. I spent to maintain our win streak. I'm not sure it's going to pay off. Okay, it will. There we go. We just scoped that one out. So we're still on 100 HP. Remembering, of course, no matter where we finish, we will not advance. We are just filling in. We're a human AI at this stage. Ooh. Oh, that was a great shot for us. Todorello, welcome to the stream. That was a very, very good shot for us. So I'm now actually going to sell off Hog. We don't need him. And get Scourge out on the board. I forgot the Devourer was already maxed out with items. 6 Rider, 4 Owls. No, because I've got the 2-star Devourer already, this will definitely be a Punisher build. Do I have any early competition? I do. Noiser is also running Punishers, so this will be interesting. But Punishers are just, in the current meta, they can really do quite well early, mid, and late game if you get decent rolls. So we're going to be looking for Owls and Assassins to pair with them. Ooh, that is the absolute assassin that we're after. We also found a Head Reaper in that shop. Let me just turn off the recommendation, whatever that was. We're absolutely going to go ahead and grab that Head Reaper as well. Now, first things first, we're going to give up... We're actually going to give up 2 Elf and 2 Rider. Because they don't do a whole lot for us at the current point in time. But having 3 Assassins and 4 Punishers on the board will certainly do a fair bit for us. And that should help us continue our win streak unless we get really, really unlucky. We're in a very, very strong position now. You can see how comfortable that win was, even matched up against that Void Destruction and the 2-star Steel Fist there. We still get the win. That Head Reaper was crazy good luck, Crimson. Absolutely. There is a this is actually really, really good for us. So it's a little bit annoying because it blows up our econ a bit, but I actually want to collect all of the druids because I will be trying to 3-star these 2. And I might actually, I know I'm going to see more of him, so I might get the 1 crystal econ out of him real quick and then come back to that. And probably want to switch that gag over to the hero that's staying alive the longest. I think we're going to win this one fairly easily as well, but I'm sure that Devourer will probably end up staying alive longer than Bionic Ninja. It's hard to know. I want him stacked with the items that he's got though, so I don't mind that. I think I'll leave the gag where it is. Oh, we got the mirror image. That was a very easy matchup for us that round, of course. Can we find some more druids in the next shot? Get some of those other owls 2-starred. We've got a bit of a head start on Noiser, but he's collecting those humans. He's got 3 sorcerers, 4 humans, 2 punishers. Well, order of preference, once again, dagger. Then I probably want armor if it's... Yeah, dagger's gone. Then so armor would be next. Then a HP gem. At least I'm guaranteed to get a level up at this stage. Okay. Ooh, no, the armor is still there. I'm going to pay more attention this time. I think I'm going to get it. There we go. And it's going to be right in front of me because I won't have much to... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's about to go. Grab it, grab it, grab it. There we go. Zero Gaming is going to end up randomly with a HP gem or a mana gem. Didn't end up running through anything. So we get ourselves an upgrade, which is fantastic. I don't care about any of that. Our upgrade is here. So at this point in time, I have to make... Ooh, actually, forest protection might be... Might low-key be really, really good here. I'm going to turn our goblin into an elf. You can see that there. Head Reaper is now an elf assassin. Because we are running elves with this build, I think the ability to have extras will be super, super useful. And it makes it a little bit easier for us to find 4 Punishers, 6 elves, 3 assassins without needing Sword Dancer and level 10. It gives us a little bit of flexibility. So it might not be as impactful in terms of the damage output as some of the other items, or the freezing items, for instance, but it gives us a lot of flexibility. Now, do I end up running... I think I do end up doing him in this particular build. Calamity is not going to have a place either. This is going to end up being, hopefully, a Misfortune build. That'll give me Undead and Warlock, and then I can use the forest. What was it called? Where's my Head Reaper at? It's called Forest Protection to turn something, another, like the Head Reaper, for instance, into an elf. So I don't have to run 6 elves, but really need to find Stinger soon, hopefully. But at this, I think the next hero that we would actually add will be a Warlock to give us a little bit more in terms of our combos if we can find one. Although that's not a bad upgrade either. I am going to once again focus on maintaining our win streak here. Look at that, 2 2-star Nightingales on the board. That should help. So there's 5 of us at level 7, 2 at level 6. And we are still undefeated with our Punisher build. Here we go. Can we maintain it again? Zero Gaming ended up giving up his... Oh, no, it was Noiser, sorry, that was running Punishers as well as Human Sorcerers. Zero Gaming is just running Human Sorcerers by the looks of it. And we will come out on top. That Head Reaper doing amazing things for us. But, of course, our Devourer up on top of the... Oh! Hey, what happened to my... What? There's a pumpkin in my well. There is a pumpkin in my well. What is going on there? I'm assuming if I change boards, that will be fixed, but I kind of like the look of the pumpkin stuck in my well. That is hilarious. How did I only just notice that? Watch it. I'll fix it right now. There we go. That was funny. Who's got the... there we go. It's Zero Gaming. So when Zero Gaming, or actually any of those 3, when they come to visit, that bug might occur. That was funny. Yeah, we don't want any of that. We'll wait once again. We're not far off 50 crystals here. We're in a very good position early, actually. Lots of 2 stars on our side of the board as well, which is helping us maintain that win streak, which is helping our economy. We're at max win streak economy there with +3 crystals. Again, ourselves another win there. This, of course, being Treasure Arena, this is head-to-head format, so the person that loses out of the 2 of you that are fighting will actually lose health, unless you somehow both draw. All right, this time around, can I get the dagger? I doubt it. There's only 1 dagger every time, so if not the dagger, I think HP Gem is next up. Although, 2 of those have vanished, so hopefully one of those hangs around. I'll also grab a Mana Gem if it's still up. Do I get the HP Gem? Yes. All right. Fantastic. Go ahead and pick that up, please. Just in time. Perfect. That's another upgrade for us, which will help our Devourer stay alive for even longer, which is fantastic. And we're not far off leveling up again yet. There you can see there the value of our Druids. Still waiting on our 4th to help 3-star them. Where is our HP Gem currently? I will be shifting that. Oh, the Demon Horn is another interesting option, actually. but I don't think it's relevant in this particular build. So I want the Source of Life. Actually, I'll sort that out next round. We don't have enough time. And I would have started it without items equipped if I tried to force that, so we'll come back to that next round. Although I don't mind at all that Head Reaper having extra health there and a little bit of health regen. Though it would be ideal on my Devourer, of course. Keep him alive as long as possible. He's my main source of DPS at this point in time. Okay, there we go. Another win. We shut down Noiser there. Noiser was doing pretty well. Still on 88 HP. So I imagine he was on a bit of a streak until he ran into us. And we'll be able to go to level 8 after this round, which is amazing. Here we go. And there is Stinger. There is Forest Breath. We'll definitely grab that as well. Well, I will go to level 8 here. That means that we don't actually have to get rid of anything just yet. Although I think I might sell off the Ninja at this stage to get another elf out on the board. And that gives us 4 elves because of Head Reaper being an elf assassin. That's really, really useful for us. And of course, 4 elves means that we've got a significant chance of stunning every enemy that attacks or is attacked by an elf. So this should help us even more. Although this one's a little bit closer with those sorcerers. There's the Cloak of the Phoenix, I think it is, that reincarnates that Frost Lotus, but I'm not sure that it's a very strong item. You can see there that it was reincarnating, surrounded by enemies, and it basically got one-shotted once it came back to life and just died again. I might spin a little bit here, looking for upgrades at level 8. That is good for us, as is that. We'll try and stay above 50. All right, we didn't quite get our positioning sorted, but we got close. How did we do against Zero Gaming this time around? That Void Destruction hit basically every one of our heroes, but I think we've got, once again, just enough 2 stars. And those stuns, you see the Flamecaller getting stunned there. It gets wrapped up in like a branch type material. Oh, that was a mirror image. I was about to say, did we just get the reincarnated Frost Lotus again? And it was the case, but it was a mirror image. That makes more sense. I might actually put a tankier elf out on the board at this point in time. Now, I also want to get him triggering as soon as possible. So what's the best way to do that? Let's turn him back into an elf. That didn't take. That's annoying. Oh, I went the wrong way around. Put the wrong thing on the wrong one. So we're basically going into this round with no items. Does it cost us? Ooh, I might grab that Voodoo Elder real quick too. Does it cost us? It's going to be very, very close. I think we might lose this. Which is fine. Our win streak did so much for us, so it's okay that we finally take a loss there. There is another Devourer. Definitely going to try and maximize that. Now, how do I get the Voodoo Elder out on the board without giving up anything? I don't need 5 owls at this stage, so I could give up. We'll try that. It does take a little bit of strength off the board, but it does give us Warlock. Misfortune is obviously the one that we really want. So hopefully we can very quickly replace that Voodoo Elder. We're not actually getting benefit from the Goblin buff either at the moment. Ooh, another HP gem. Ooh, that's perfect. That's also perfect. Continue to roll here at... Alright, I think I am actually going to sell him off. Just to give us a little bit more bench space. Ooh. We might come back to you. All right, we're not going to continue. All right, we'll look to level 9. We need the space on the board at this stage. We won't continue rolling the shop as we don't have any more bench space, so we'll wait till the next prep phase. All right, so we've got 5 elves back on the board and a little bit more strength in that 2-star. Extra elf means more chances of stunning the enemy as well, which is fantastic. Ooh, big General of War stun coming in. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. We get the job done here against Zero as the pumpkin heads back into the well. That is so funny. It perfectly fits in that well. That is hilarious. And Zero is very close on 6 HP to being eliminated. There's a few that are close to being eliminated at this stage. Now, we have to figure out, we might end up selling those if we can't very quickly level her. There's Misfortune, which we need as well. I'm actually going to level to 9. That's good for us. There we go. That was very good for us. That gave us everything we wanted. Now, at level 10, so we get our final elf in, which we have on the bench, ready to go. And of course, if we do find Sword Dancer, how did I forget her name? If we do find Sword Dancer, then we actually don't need one of the druids. Probably Everbloom, I guess, but I'll keep whichever one I have at 3-star at that point in time. As we continue to get wins there, Zero Gaming is our first out. We are, of course, looking for the top 2 outside of me. Ooh, there is a legendary, but not the one that we're after. I think we'll just play the econ game again a little bit now. So we're not going to do anything at this point in time. Maybe just do an item audit real quick. So we've got the dagger. Oh, actually, what have we got? The 2 gems and the dagger are the items that we're looking to upgrade at this point in time. Next carousel round, which is not that far away. So dagger and the 2 gems, HP gem and mana gem. We've been looking for dagger since the very first carousel round, but we've always been on top, so we've always had last pick. Ooh! Well, this looks like a stacked build. How do we fare against this? Another Punisher build. We're doing okay. It's going to be very close. I think we lose, but it's going to be very, very close. Yeah, that 1-star Lilith isn't enough to get the job done, so... Ooh, doesn't quite have 4 undead there. Gives us a little bit of an advantage, but he's just got stronger individual heroes. So if we look for... Oh, it's the one directly below me on the leaderboard. 3-star Stinger. Yeah, that is big. All right, nothing in that shop interests us. So once again, we'll just play for econ. We've got better econ than everyone else at this point in time. Noiser sitting on top with 80 health, 6 human, 3 sorcerer, 2 rider. I imagine he's got more than 3 sorcerers on the board, if I'm being totally honest. We're going to see it here. He's got 5 sorcerers on the board. Does he have the 6? He does. He's got the Misfortune ready to add. We'll watch it from my perspective. Ready to add when he hits level 10, which is why he's also saving some crystals at this point. That will help the strength of his build significantly. But at this point in time, before he's got his 6 sorcerers, we do get the win, which is awesome. So we go back to top, on top of the leaderboard, and we have another elimination. Cheezer has been eliminated. So we're down to 5, so we'll have a mirror image back again. We're going to go very close to 50 crystals here. And going into the carousel again, I believe, once this round wraps up. Ooh, Iro GT just surviving there on 1 HP. Okay, I want that freezing crystal, I think. Okay, that's going to be gone. I might grab another gag. Might run multiple gags. That's also going... No, it's still there. Wait. It's not. So... I'll just get the dagger at this point. That allows me to upgrade. I don't really care about the echo charm. It's not a horrible item, but at least the dagger gives me the ability to choose what I upgrade. Ooh, hello. That's a perfect upgrade for us. I'll grab that stinger too. So, I think we want Shocking Dagger at this point in time. Attack speed's not horrible either. Maybe I want Storm Strike in this particular build. I'm going to go Storm Strike. I don't normally run this item. Let's give it a chance. Let's see how Devourer's attack speed goes. We're going to stay selected on Devourer, and let's watch his attack speed here as he engages in combat. I'm not sure why he didn't attack for a while there, but anyway, he's starting to go now. He's attacked. Oh, he's getting stunned. Getting stunned by owls now. There we go. He's back in action. And he's absolutely melting. There we go. That was, I think that was a decent selection in this particular build. We have another elimination too. That was ROGT, unfortunately, just going out on... he had 1 HP left at that point in time. I think at this stage, we will just continue to try and get to level 10. Obviously got lots of pieces on my bench that I would like to 3-star or 2 and 3-star. No, everything on my bench I'm trying to 3-star actually. Still need a 2-star both Nether Prince and Misfortune, but going to level 10, actually it will impact Nether Prince a little bit. So maybe I'll, what I'm trying to do is free up some bench space so I can go ahead and do that. Right now I don't want to spin the shop too much because then I might have to sell something if I don't get an upgrade, but I find something else that I need. As we do once again go down to that Punisher build. I assume that he's also found 4 undead at this point in time. No, he's pivoted away, which isn't a bad thing, to 3 assassins, 2 owls. Got 2 Oceanborn there as well. Interesting. Well, there is another upgrade that we definitely need. So now we will spin a little bit. And we'll come back to that. Alright, now we're just going to have to try and force an upgrade. Alright, we're going to sell off Stinger. Okay. Okay. The reason I sold off Stinger is because I know that Inf currently has a 3-star Stinger, so she's going to be slightly harder to level up than some of my other heroes at this stage. How's he doing in terms of Devourer? We've got the head start in terms of Devourer, which is nice. All right, we get the mirror image this time, so this should be a free win, even though it is against the Punisher build that does beat us at this point in time. No combos mean we win easily. That gets us back to 50 crystals, and once again, let's try and get some more upgrades happening. Very close to a few. I need that Devourer too. I'm going to go under 50 here, I think.
Into shape. Yo, really 6 hours.
I smell magic.
Wait, let the flame devour all. Join us. Legendary.
Ah, okay, I can actually sell her off now.
Army has no room for the weak.
Dance on the tip of the sharpest blade.
Okay. Okay. When I get to level 10 now, Sword Dancer goes in. And now that I found Sword Dancer, I think I just will go to level 10. 64 health. I might actually wait until I get the 50 crystals again and then do it. Depends on what I see in the next shop, I guess. Oh, we did just lose again. 47 health. What do we get in this next shop? Well, that's good for us. As is that. Now I just need those druids back to 3-star that. That's the downside of that at this point in time. Yes, after Sando here, we will definitely go to level 10 and get Sword Dancer out on the board. Put her in that spot that I just created right there. How are we doing in terms of items? Oh, that's a 2-star. Keep him there. I think I'll give the HP gem to Elf Assassin Head Reaper there. Longsword and another Mana Gem. Okay, so the Mana Gem is good. Where's our Nether Prince at? Nether Prince is dead. Okay, we'll sort that out in a second. First things first, let's go ahead and we're going to... A little bit of overkill here, which is a bit annoying, but that's fine. We're going to put the Longsword on Head Reaper as well. And Mana Gem is going to be upgraded to what? think the Grim Ring. Which actually means that I kind of want that on the Head Reaper as well, but we'll come back to that. We'll sort that out shortly. All right, I think this is the better matchup for us at this point in time. Let me just check. The value of Imp's Punisher build is a fair bit higher than ours as well. He's got a 3-star Siren also. Oh, it's going to be close. Our stuns are so critical now, and that crazy Devourer. Okay. Well, that helps, but I don't want to use it just yet. I'm definitely not going to use it on the Nightingale. It would just be on the Devourer, but I also need Druids. Well, there's another one. We're now 1 Druid away. Can I find an... Oh. Can I find another Druid?
I'll fight on even terms with my enemy all day. My experience will triumph.
We'll come back to that. I'm looking for 2 more Druids now. We had to make that decision. I think it was the right decision to make. We want Night Owl and Everbloom just to finish the 3-star upgrade there. And that'll basically do us for this game. And we absolutely destroy that mirror image. Oh my goodness. I think it's worth noting at this point there will be Inf and Noiser that will be advancing through to the final round. There's a Druid. We're just looking for Ever... Oh, not the one we want. It doesn't really matter at this point. We are 1 Druid away from maxing that out. Now, let's sort this out a little bit. We'll do that. HP Gem. We'll put that on Sword Dancer. She's the most vulnerable at this point in time. We're just looking for a Druid. All right, here is the Punisher matchup. Who comes out on top now? I feel like it should be us, right? We have our full build, 6 Owls, 4 Punisher, 4 Assassin, 2 Warlock, 2 Undead. Very, very strong with a few 3-stars thrown in there as well, and we do get the win. Where's Everbloom at? It's not the Druid that I'm looking for. Ooh. That, though, is a very nice addition. Well, I could have locked the shot, but I'm more interested in 2-starring Sword Dancer than 3-starring the Evergreen. The Evergreen doesn't really do an amazing amount for me. It'll be tankier at 3-star, but it's just a body on the board. It's not anything specific. And it's getting frozen in that particular case, which is probably the best hero to be frozen, to be totally honest. It's the worst hero on my board, so I don't mind that at all. And we get another very nice win there. Puts Noise down to 3 HP. Ooh. Could do something into a demon. I don't want to do that. Don't want to gain Sorcerer. I don't want to gain Cyborg. Might grab the Lone Wolf helmet if it stays there. That Lone Wolf helmet could come in quite handy. Although the Glory Grail would have been decent too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the... I'm going to shift my positioning and it's going to... Oh, there we go.
Really think I can do this?
1 more Druid because I sold off the Witch Doctor. There it is. One, 2, 3. The longsword. We'll give that to Sword Dancer as well. And now it's just about finding 1 more Sword Dancer or a Gurru. It's not going to be this round. But we did 3-star the Evergreen, which is always nice. And there should, in fact, there guaranteed will be at least 1 more round after this. I'm not sure that we get beaten again, to be honest. This is one of the stronger builds in the current meta, especially in Treasure Arena where you can cheat it out a little bit. You could actually do this without items if you did find Sword Dancer, but we were able to get to the full build prior to having Sword Dancer because we were able to turn a Head Reaper into an elf. You see that there, which means he does stun now. When he gets attacked, he could cause stuns to happen, and when he attacks, he can cause stuns to happen. But he's also getting the extra armor from the Lone Wolf helmet, being out there on his own. He's getting 50% more HP as well. He's absolutely stacked. as it is just going to be Noiser and... Sorry, Noiser just went out. It's going to be Infinite in finishing in first place, essentially, because my position is ignored. I'm just playing as a fill-in. But I feel like I will actually get the win here. This will be the last round, I believe. It's going to be a reasonably sized win. I won't get a chance to 2-star the Sword Dancer, but it doesn't matter. It certainly wasn't needed. Look at the DPS charts there, though. The Devourer doing wonderful things. And that is the final there. So, let's bring up this board. It is Inf and Noiser from our stream, from our lobby, I should say, going through. So let me go ahead and sort that out real quick. So record the score. We have Inf in first position and Noiser in second position going through. So let me go ahead and update that. Congratulations to those two for advancing through to the final round today. And then let me start touching in with other lobbies. We're still waiting on lobby 2 at this stage. So let's work backwards. So we've got lobby 4. Let's bring that one up. So lobby 4, we have a fill-in, Escanor advancing through, and Stanley also advancing through. So go ahead and update that. Then lobby 3, we have Monair and Spectre in first and second. And once again, Monair was a fill-in, so it'll just be Spectre being listed here. All right, so we're just waiting now on lobby 2. What is Monair's Discord name? That's a good question. Is IF. That's fine, I'll sort that out shortly. And lobby 2, we are still waiting on. Is there anyone in that lobby that I might have in my friends list? Let's jump out and have a look.
Only legendary heroes can
Need to still be in-game. Don't know, I don't think so. Oh, actually, no, there is. Hit the wrong thing there. Let's go ahead and spectate the end of lobby 2 here. See who are the final two advancing. As we load in there. It's going to be Warrior and Yema. Yema? Might be Yema. Let's go ahead and update that. We know for 100% that they're both advancing. And neither of those were fill-ins. All right. So, let me start prepping the final lobby while we wait for that one to finish.
I'm not much of a fighter either.
So from lobby 1, we had Infinite and Noiser. From lobby 2, Warrior and Yema. Then from lobby 3 and 4, we just had the 2 listed. Let me confirm this, make sure. So it's Spectre and was also Stanley, and then we will have Monair and Escanor being added after the fact. So let me go ahead and... All right, there we go. That game ended, so we'll get that channel created. Pie and the Horse, welcome to the stream, mate. All right, now I need to add Escanor and Monair to this channel. Why is Monair's Discord name not showing up correctly? That makes it hard to find him.
My army.
That's annoying. There we go. All right. Got those all added to the room. All right, so what I'll do at this point in time, let me enable the room ID blur so I can hide the custom treasure arena room that we're about to create. And then I will copy and share that ID with the relevant people that need to be joining this room, everyone that made it through to the final. And we didn't have to wait too long for the final round to start this time, which is fantastic. I know we had to wait a little while last week, but this week has been pretty seamless in terms. It took us a while to get going, but once we were going, the rounds all seemed to end at around the same time, which is fantastic. Now I know I can invite Escanor. I know he made it. All right, so we're just waiting on this to fill up. We'll be underway very, very shortly. So we have Warrior, we have Monair, we have Spectre, Noiser, Escanor, Yima. So we're still waiting on Inf and who? Stanley. Inf and Stanley. So get those two in the room and then we can be underway. I don't have either of those as friends, so I can't send them invites. All right, so that was Inf. So we're just waiting on Stanley at this point in time. If I hear something back from him on Discord shortly, or I will have to start without him. Come on, Stanley. You need to give me some sort of indication. There we go. Stanley's in. We can hit start. Perfect. We are underway. Let's not forget to turn off that room ID blur, which half the time I, of course, do forget. And we are underway with the final round of today's Gurru's Gauntlet Treasure Arena Tournament. And we have our final 8. Noiser, Inf, Escanor, Spectre, Monair, Warrior, Yima, and Stanley. Here we go. Warrior on Twitch chat saying, did you catch the end of our 2-lobby game? Yes, I did queue into it, but I wasn't watching it at all. I just queued into it so I could see the final 2 participants, as your lobby was the final game that I was waiting on in terms of updating the score sheet to get the final round underway. So I loaded into spectating you essentially, Warrior, and very quickly saw it was you and Yima that had made it to the top 2, went about updating the lobby stuff, and by the time I'd done that, your game had ended. So I have no idea what builds you're running or who won, but it obviously didn't matter. You both finished top 2. All right, let's have a quick look at the overview board. A few missed supersonics early. Not sure if that will continue. Monair with the pair of Nightingales, which might be my favourite starter pair of Nightingales, just especially in the current meta. I've always had a soft spot for owls, and now they're actually kind of viable, which is always nice. It was a crazy finish. I'll have to catch up on it. I'll be able to go and check out the stream replay. It will be up on that while I was sorting out the lobby stuff behind the scenes. All right, so we see a 2-star Miss Supersonic there from Warrior. He's also grabbing the Sorcerer package, so to speak, in the current meta with the Proto Star there. Of course, 2 tanks now, not quite as strong as they used to be, as they did get a slight nerf. Do we see him sell off the Hog Rider to pick up that Scourge here? I'm not entirely sure if he will or not. There is also a famine in the shop, so he could grab the famine and have the possibility of running a couple of hunters. But I do feel like 3 hunters isn't a super good combo at this point in time. It just doesn't really do a whole lot. It's a staff, a cloak, and what? Anything else? And a mana gem. So he's already got himself an upgrade. 5, 6 items. Wow, that is a haul. That is a very good haul for Warrior. 6 items. Gets himself his 3rd sorcerer as well. Hello. Another Miss Supersonic in the shop. He's probably not looking to 3-star that at this stage, though. I still think he should pick it up. If this was my game, unless he really wanted one of the others, I would still be picking up the Miss Supersonic because it's not going to cost interest and it gives him the ability to potentially 2-star another one, which might help early game. It's one of those things you don't really know. The Bionic Ninja's a good pickup too because running that as an intermediate hero gives him 2 Cyborg. He's running into a 2-star. The Mona did end up 2-starring that Nightingale though, so that hurts. Going to be shredding mana regen, so I think this will be a win for Monair here on Warrior's board, which is never the start you want to lose your very first PvP round, but it's definitely not the end of the world. So Monair, Spectre, Noiser, and Stanley, our 4 that start off undefeated. Let's see how long that lasts for. There's another Miss Supersonic, so it might be a too early 2-star Miss Supersonics on the board for Warrior. Let's see what Monair's doing. Doesn't have any other demons or... Actually, he's got an elf on his bench, but doesn't have another elf on the board, which makes sense given that he's got 3 warriors out on the board currently. Infa's gone to level 5, which I'm not sure about given that he's just lost that first round. I feel like the better play might have actually been to wait at level 4, especially because going to level 5 didn't really do anything for him. It let him run 2 Hog Riders, but at 1 star, that's not that significant. So I think maybe looking to lose streak there might have been slightly better. He still might lose this against Noiser, to be totally honest. No, I think he gets the win. I don't think the 2-star Miss Supersonic is going to be enough to get the job done. Although, she's still up. That Steel Fist is absolute tank heaven right now. Look at that thing. Still, oh my goodness, okay. So yeah, this is why I think Inf definitely should have saved his crystals here. Because he aggressively leveled, but it didn't actually get him a win. So it ended up maybe costing him a little bit of econ. Wasn't a big deal because it's only 5 crystals, but that's maybe 1 turn slower to getting the 50. So we see Mana Gem there from Warrior, a Longsword from Escanor, Monair going straight for the HP Gem, Inf grabbing the dagger. I'm surprised to see the dagger staying there till 4th pick, to be honest. I guess that means that there were upgrades other people needed. Yima grabbing the HP Gem. Spectre looking for a Spellbane Staff, or a Staff, let's just call it at that stage. Stanley going for the dagger, and Noiser picking up a Staff as well. All right, moving into round 6. Let us continue to watch one of the undefeated builds at this point in time. Who do I think will continue to remain undefeated? I think Noiser has a very good early game package. So let's continue to watch Noiser. I think he's in for a very good chance at win streaking for a little while here, if he continues to get the nice rolls. I imagine he probably levels after this round as well to go and get that Hog Rider out on the board. But having 2 tanks and 4 cyborgs early means they're very hard to kill his heroes. He runs into Monair, who's got the 2-star Nightingale, of course. That Glutton was frozen for ages. I believe this will be a win here for Noiser. Misfortune fires off. Basically just has to deal with the Nightingale at this point. Oh, actually. Ooh. Well, the Misfortune ability was massive there, so I think that will be the difference in the end. But, oh, the Reincarnate actually might come in super impactful. He's not going to get another ability from that Miss Supersonic with the Nightingale hitting her, depleting all of her mana. So it would have been very, very close there, but having the Ground Smasher come back to life definitely made that a little bit easier. So Noiser remains undefeated, as does Stanley at this point in time. And as I suspected, there's the level. So Noiser at 6, 2-star Hog Rider on the board. I'm not sure that giving tank protection to a 2-star is the smartest move in my opinion. I'd be giving it to the Steel Fist myself. And I guess, well, he's already doing that, and the Bionic Ninja. Or double stacking the... this is an interesting... Maybe double stacking the tank buff, so the Protostar gives it to the Ground Smasher, which then gives it to the Steel Fist, because they are 1-star heroes. I'm not sure if it's a graphical bug or not, but the Ground Smasher or another Protostar can't give Protostar the tank buff, or at least not the animation of the tank buff. I'm not sure if it actually takes place in the back end or not, but the other tanks, War Machine and Ground Smasher, can receive the tank buff, just that Protostar doesn't appear to be able to receive the tank buff. And we're going to see the first loss here from Noiser. Escanor getting the job done. So Noiser goes down, Escanor dealing 3 damage. Stanley is now our only undefeated player, which is interesting because he doesn't necessarily have the strongest combos or the highest value. Actually, no, sorry, Escanor has the highest value at this point in time. Escanor rocking 4 elves. It's a very nice meta build. Stanley now with 4 Punisher though. Maybe that's what I missed. Or did he just add the 4th Punisher? I feel like he didn't have that. So he must have just added the 4th Punisher just now. Meow meow, welcome to the stream. I am definitely in agreement with you. Chest Rush is my favourite auto battler or auto chess game. Absolutely. We're going to see Stanley's 4 Punishers get the job done here against Inf. Absolutely melted through Inf's board there. Wow. That was very, very quick. All right. Just waiting on other battles to finish. So Stanley still undefeated. I believe it'll be 1 more win. Currently on a 5-win streak. Yeah, once he gets to 6 wins, he'll be on max win streak bonus. So if he gets 1 more win... Ooh, hello Calamity. That's not a horrible hero with this build. But he wants the elves as well. I would be leveling if I was Stanley. I would be... Oh, he sold the Stinger. He sold the Stinger, but kept the Sirens. I am not in agreement with that play. With this current build and this current meta, I think that might have been a misplay. It won't cost him short term, but it might cost him long term unless he ends up... He might still build her again, but yeah, that is a fascinating decision. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, not having Stinger as part of the build, or Calamity for that matter. Calamity's just a nice intermediate undead hero, especially when you've got Stinger as well. 2 undead in Punisher, Assassin, Elf builds is very, very useful. Anyway, Stanley's still undefeated. Yeah, I feel like it will Crimson. Very interesting decision. All right, 1 dagger up for grabs again. Does it last till a 4th pick again, or does it grab straight away? There we go. Escanor grabbing that immediately. Inf was running for it as well. Ends up with a longsword. That is to be expected. They are the 2 most popular items usually. Monair going for a mana gem. Yima grabbing a HP gem. I'm expecting to see that other longsword vanish very shortly. There it is. Warrior grabbing that with the 5th pick. Spectre looking for a staff. And then it'll be Noiser with the mana gem and Stanley grabbing the staff, it looks like. I ended up with the mana gem actually. Didn't get to the staff in time, ended up with the mana gem, which was what he was also initially looking to get, so I don't think he'll mind too much. There's a 2-star siren, try and say that correctly, from Stanley, who, once again, if I was in his shoes, I would absolutely be oh, there we go, we see the level. That was exactly what I was going to say. I'd absolutely be leveling. Cost him 1 interest, but it helps him maintain the +3 win streak. But he does that anyway, he does that level, so I like that play, absolutely. And let's see how he goes against Inf here. Once again, I think he should win this, just because he's got the 4 Punishers at this point in time, which is very, very strong. Inf is currently running 2 Riders, 2 Elves. Not too much on each side of the board. So Stanley's still undefeated. Can anyone take him down at this stage? It will happen at some point.
Unstoppable.
And everyone else is still basically 68 HP or above. I feel like Escanor should win this, although maybe not. All of those summons. So Escanor goes down to 64. So Escanor will be in 8th position currently, and Stanley up there in 1st. Not getting any more board glitches at this point in time. No pumpkins in Wells. Oh, we see another upgrade there, and we see the Wolf Cavalier get sold from Stanley, so some more changes happening. He actually gave up the 2 elf combo to do that. Looks like he's not interested in running elves. It looks like, although he grabs an elf there. So I'm not sure. Oh no, sold again. I'm not sure if Stanley realizes the strength of the current elf combo. It is so strong since the patch, and I think he might be missing out on not running them. It could be even stronger at this point in time. And as Crimson said, if he still had the Stinger, he would have 3 assassins at this point in time if he wanted them. It's not costing him win streaks at this point in time, as we can clearly see. Still on 100 HP.
The shadow giveth life, when the shadow taketh away.
But I feel like he'd have a stronger end game. Wow, now that he's also got the misfortune on the board, having Stinger would be very, very useful.
One slash.
2 undead, 2 elves.
There's the Stinger. So basically at this point he could have had 2 of them. That is actually another very nice upgrade with the Devourer 2-star. Oh my goodness, and a last minute upgrade to the Scourge there as well. Stanley is looking stacked. It's going to be another loss for Escanor. There's no chance Escanor has against this build right now. Looking at the overview board,
Always at the center.
no one is even close in terms of value. Stanley has basically got perfect rolls this entire game. At this point in time, this is definitely Stanley's game to lose. Obviously, there's still time. Others will come back, but this has been a perfect start for Stanley in terms of what the shop has offered him. He's gotten everything his heart's desired. He just wants one more assassin now, which is why I'm a little bit surprised that he sold the Head Reaper. I would have kept that as my 3rd assassin. There is, so he could have had that 2-star Stinger at this stage. It has, once again, I don't think it's going to impact his chances of winning because he's just so stacked, but he would have been even more stacked. Interesting reposition. I don't like hiding the nether. I always want that nether print centralized, because you'll watch the nether print. Oh, it's so hard to say. Nether prints. Watch the nether prince's ability when it does trigger. Because it's not centralized, it's hitting so many less heroes than it could be. Because he sends his AoE out in all directions, so you'll really want it in the middle of the board. There's another example why the Cloak of the Phoenix is just a garbage item. Not a fan of it at all. It respawned, I think it was a Templar Knight, and it just basically came back to life and immediately died. So you should almost never be building that item, in my opinion. It sounds like it's a good idea. It never is. All right. So we saw Escanor once again headline, going straight for that dagger. Mona with the armor, Noiser with the staff, Inf with the cloak. Seeing Warrior go for the mana gem. Yima taking a cloak. Stanley with the armor, and Spectre will end up with a cloak no matter what. And there it is. And we are actually going to watch Escanor's board now. Escanor has found 6 elves, but unfortunately, he's in a very desperate situation. Needs to aggressively spend here to stay alive. Going all the way down, which the situation he's in, he basically has to. That was a nice last-minute upgrade. Can he get another one? All right, he gets the War Machine out on the board. It's going to be a tough matchup. Having 6 elves will be the difference, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough against these sorcerers. So I think Estinor's going to go down again. Although I don't see a Lightbringer on Warrior's side of the board. Very, very close, but Escanor does take another loss. Does Warrior have Lightbringer yet? No, still searching for that Lightbringer. And I believe I know what Warrior is trying to do as well. I'm actually going to hunt around when the next round, the next prep phase starts. I believe that he will have an item turning someone into a dragon. One of these heroes will be being turned into a dragon. There it is, Dragon Blood. Flamecaller is currently a dragon. He will be looking for Dragoon and Lightbringer. And when he gets both of those, Lightbringer will get the Dragon Blood, which means he will have 3 dragons, one of which will be Lightbringer. So as soon as the battle starts, Lightbringer will automatically insta-cast her ult and then 10 seconds later do it again. And because she's a human, have a chance of immediately recasting. Or recasting at either of those times, as long as the Warrior does have 4 humans, which he doesn't actually currently have. Let's jump back to Escanor, who's in a very bad situation and running into another Sorcerer build, but I think he's getting enough stuns this time around that he should... Oh, that Flamecaller was big. He should get the win, though. And there it is. So, Yima goes down to 35 health. Escanor slightly stabilizing on 16. Now let's check in on Stanley, who is still undefeated and has found his 3rd assassin, which is of course the Lilith, which is the perfect piece to this build, being an assassin and a demon, of course. Enabled him to sell off the Scourge. He did end up 2-starring the Stinger, which is great for him as well. This is basically the core of the build, and now you look to replace Siren with obviously Sword Dancer, but you need to get to level 8 to find Sword Dancer and be very lucky as well. And then you also want to add a couple of owls at this point in time at levels 8 and 9. And then if he grabs the Forest Protection, he can actually run 6 owls without having to find Sword Dancer as well. It's going to be another undefeated game there. Very close, but he will get the job done. Let's check in on Escanor now. Once again, Escanor's going to win this one. So, Escanor looking okay. Monair looking okay. All of a sudden, just like that, we have 4 people that are under 20 HP, and Noiser now down to 9. With what used to be a very strong meta build, 6 riders. Although he just lost 1 rider there.
2 undead.
Would like to see a level here. Given the situation that he's in, I think he needs to level and get 6 riders back on the board. Does Noiser level or not? Taking a big gamble by not leveling. Oh, we got the confirmation. I just saw the confirmation in chat from Warrior. That's absolutely his intentions. All right. Noiser did not level, did not get the 6th rider on the board. Does it come back to bite him? Going to be matched up against Monair, both of whom are playing for their life in the tournament. And it looks like at this point in time, Monair has a slight advantage. And I think that will end up being the case. Another instance where that Cloak of the Phoenix just didn't seem to do a whole lot. And that will be the end of the game for Noiser. And this is a dilemma, right? Noiser has been eliminated with 20 crystals, and that 20 crystals could have absolutely got him another level, got him 6 riders, and that might have won him that round. So I think that was definitely a misplay in that situation for Noiser. Might have been taking a slight gamble to try and build some economy, but economy doesn't do a whole lot if you are eliminated. And that is, at the end of the day, hindsight is always perfect. You can look back and reflect on the mistake you made, but I would have absolutely made the safer play in that situation to try and stay alive, especially because anyone that finishes in the top 6 will actually win prizes. You don't have to finish top 2 in this round. Anyone in the top 6 will win prizes. We have reverted back to Warrior's board at this point in time. Still hasn't found Lightbringer. So it looks like his build will end up being something like maybe 6 human, 4 rider, or maybe 6 rider, 3 sorcerers, 3 dragons, something along those lines. All right, let us have a quick look at the overview board again. We see Stanley Ooh. Stanley just lost his last match. Who won? I wonder who it was that beat him. Stanley just lost his last match, so no longer undefeated. Let's watch Monair down the bottom on 14 HP. I guess the mirror image. Okay, let's watch Escanor versus Inf. Both of whom are on very low HP. We are watching Escanor's board. And, ooh, it's going to be very close. I think Escanor wins. Just because of the 3-star? No, it won't be enough. Okay, Escanor takes another loss there. I'm not sure that 6 elves are strong enough on their own. I think they have to be run as a part of a Punisher or an Assassin package, in my opinion. I've also, I'll give you a little teaser, I've been experimenting a little bit with a level 10 build, 6 elves, 4 goblins. I haven't experimented enough with it yet to give an established opinion on it. The best I've done with it so far is a 2nd place, and the only reason I didn't win that was because I basically ran into a maxed hunter build, which I think is the exact counter to that build. But I'd be very interested to see how that build fares against some more standard meta builds. 6 elves, 4 goblins. I feel like it could be very decent, but it also might just be a trap. Alright, so Escanor, I think, wins this one. Here we go. So Yima's going to go down to 11 HP. Ooh, Stanley at some point took another loss too. That round. So Stanley, the wheels are slightly falling off at this point in time. He's running 2 Devourers. He's not picking up extra heroes. So he could be running 4 undead, or he could be running 4 elves with this build, and he's not picking up any heroes to do that, which is interesting. I'm not sure what he's planning on fleshing this build out with. We will continue to watch Escanor, who is in the hot seat on 9 HP. Going to be matched up against Monair. A bad loss for either one of these could spell the end of their tournament life. Oh, it's a bad start for Escanor too. He just needs to close the gap a little bit. In fact, he's going to do more than that. He's going to end up winning, I believe. He's going to turn this nicely around. He's going to fight through that General of War stun and get the job done with the stuns coming out of his elves. So that might be the end of the game. There it is. Monair gets taken out by Escanor. And just like that, we're down to 6. Everyone now will be winning a prize. It's just a matter of what. Let me go across and reiterate what those prizes are. So first place, 2 Gush Upon coins, full coins. Second place gets 1 Gush Upon coin. Third place gets 15 Gush Upon shards. Fourth gets 10 shards. And 5th and 6th will both earn 5 shards. So everyone at this point, oh my goodness. Yima on 1 HP. Barely hanging on. We will continue to watch Yima's board. See how they can do on 1 HP. Going to be matched up against Warrior on 14 health. Has Warrior got that Lightbringer yet? I can't see her. I'm not sure there's going to be a problem though. I think Warrior went. Oh, actually, the tide just turned. Yima's going to win this one. So that's going to put Warrior to under 10 HP as well. Oh, actually be close to elimination. Oh my goodness. So as we see Escanor get eliminated. Not sure why the order is showing like that, because that's not the order they were eliminated in. Noiser was first, then Mona, then Escanor, I believe. But anyway, Warrior and Yima both on 1 HP, barely hanging on. Oh, there is a couple of level 2 items that we've seen being grabbed. Inf grabbed a level 1 item. Everyone else has grabbed an upgraded item. Interesting. Might have been a slight misplay there from Inf. Maybe didn't pay enough attention, didn't realise. I'm not sure. All right, we're going to watch Warrior's board, see if you can find... Oh, the Lightbringer's on the board, on the bench. There's the Lightbringer. We're going to see the Lightbringer is going to have the Dragon Blood added. There it is in the... Yep, bang. 2 Glory Grails and 6 Riders on the board as well. Needs another human when he gets to level 10, but is a little way off that. There's a nice upgrade. He's saving the Gurru for the Lightbringer, but he also doesn't really have a lot of time at this point. He's going all in. And it's going to cost him. Stanley gets the job done, so unfortunately Warrior, all of his bench heroes collapsing there. Had crystals to spend, had bench heroes he could have sold off, but took the greedier route to try and get a higher position, which once you guarantee the top place, I can kind of see that. I can kind of understand that. Taking a gamble to increase your prize value a little bit. Didn't pay off there for Warrior, unfortunately, so we're down. Ooh! Whose board are we watching? Spectre just found himself a Sword Dancer. That is a very nice addition to this build. It would give him 4 elves. Who does he take out to get it done? Might be a level 10 edition. It might be a level 10 edition. If he finds Venom too, that would give him 3 assassins when he gets and maintain his 6 beasts. Alright, we're going to watch Yima on 1 HP. Match up against Inf's Punishers. Who comes... Oh, that 3-star Executioner... Is it Stinger? Sorry, 3-star Stinger is terrifying, but I think Yima gets the job done. There we go. So Inf going down to 4 HP, Spectre on 17, and Stanley still looking very strong on 90. Still isn't running any heroes outside of the core 7, and he's still running the Siren, interestingly enough. I can understand that if he ends up adding another Oceanborn to help protect against Yima, so maybe Kraken. He doesn't have Kraken at this point in time. Our game was lagging for you, Warrior. That's interesting. Were you playing on mobile or on an emulator? Let's go ahead and watch Yima's perspective here. Mash up against Stanley's OP build. It is going to be Stanley eliminating Yima. Way too much power. Stanley's build is so stacked, although that 3-star Protostar is still alive. She just doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so I'm not sure she's going to be able to stabilize. And there it is. The Nether Prince. Oh, it's being cloned. I was so confused for a split second there, but it is being cloned. Yima going out in 4th place. Let's just confirm that, but it will have the Phantom Blades. There it is. Phantom Blades cloning the Nether Prince, the 3-star Nether Prince there. So Warrior was trying to go all in so hard. You were actually trying to. You just needed a couple of 2-stars. So you did want to spend and look for the 2-star Lightbringer. You just couldn't do it because of the lag. That's fair enough. Unfortunate, but it does happen at times. We'll continue to watch Inf now on 4 HP, also running a Punisher build. So we've got 2 Punisher builds in the final 3. It's going to be Inf Spectre. This could be an elimination here. If Inf loses, he's out. If Spectre loses with probably 3 or more heroes on the board, then Spectre's out. I think Inf is going to win it, and I think Spectre will be eliminated. There it is. So Spectre goes out in 3rd. Inf will hang on for 2nd place, and it's going to be a battle of the Punisher builds. Inf is only level 7. Well, I don't see Stanley losing this at this point in time. Very interesting. They're both looking to 3-star the Devourer. Enforcer looking to 3-star Lilith, and is only 1 copy away. Stanley also looking to 3-star Nightingale. Stanley, of course, has the 3-star Nether Prince, and it's a 3-star Stinger on Infinite side of the board, but there is an extra hero on Stanley's side of the board, which I think is going to make all the difference.
No one can escape them.
So I'm going to watch it from Inf's perspective, but I don't think that Inf can actually win this. I do believe this is Stanley's game, but let's see how this does play out. I would be intentionally positioning that Nightingale to try and take away from the Nether Prince. And if I was Stanley, I would have that Nether Prince centered on the board, not stuck on an edge. So it's only doing half as much impact with its ability. There's definitely some positional improvements that can be made on both accounts. Stanley's also hiding his Nightingale behind his Devourer, which I'm not sure is a wise play. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think Stanley is just too strong at this point in time, and I think the red HP bars are going to wipe the green HP bars of Inf off the board, and I believe that it will be Stanley winning this one. And as I say that, Inf gets the win. There we go. That is exactly what Inf needed to hang around a little bit longer. Stinger doing tons of DPS for both. Look at that, leading DPS for both. Of course, Inf has a 3-star though, so that's the difference. Inf grabbing the Kraken to run with Siren. Still no other Oceanborn on Stanley's bench. He's still running. Oh, he's also very close to upgrading his Stinger to 3-star. I forgot he had 2 of them on the board. So he's actually only 1 hero away from upgrading that. We're watching Stanley's perspective this time around. So Stanley's HP bars are green, Inf's HP bars are red, and it looks like that Stinger being alive is the difference maker at this point in time. So what Inf needs to do is hope that Stanley doesn't use that Gurru on that Stinger, or hope that Stanley doesn't find his 9th Stinger in the shop.
Don't worry.
Yep, there it is. We see the Stinger upgrade. So I think now, we'll switch back to Inf's perspective, but I think now that Stanley will win, because they both now have 3-star Stingers, and we're seeing the upgrades added to the Stinger on this side of it. Didn't find the Lilith. Lilith would have been a massive upgrade for Inf. Did not find it. I'd actually be selling that Kraken at this point in time. Just in the off chance you find that. That gives you 1 more shot refresh and the ability to buy a 2-cost Lilith if you happen to find it. And there we go. We're going to see a monster win from Stanley. Stanley's going to win this one. Inf goes down. It's still a very solid effort for 2nd place. You can see the strength of Punishers in Treasure Arena when you get the full builds online. So there it is, the final results. Stanley in 1st, Inf in 2nd, Spectre, Yima, Warrior, and Escanor rounding out our top 6. And that will be the prize winners. Now, I'm going ahead and going to jump onto the official Discord. I'm going to find the link to the official Discord. I'm going to drop that in chat. Anyone that wants to sign up next week, make sure to go ahead and join the official Discord to do so. Thank you to everyone for hanging out on stream. Thanks to everyone that participated in this week's edition of Guru's Gauntlet as well. And until next stream, I'll see you later.